Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Christina. I'm glad you're here. Let's get right into the video. This is going to be a video that I call the hit parade of MLM lies. It is like a chart show of buffoonery, and I want to rank the lies I have heard from MLM reps over the past years, and I want to rank them from number 10, which is something I hear a lot, up to number 1, which is, in my opinion, one of the most blatant lies I have heard over the course of the last years. Now, this is just my very personal opinion. It is very subjective. I didn't make a list where I signed off, okay, heard that 30 times, that 40 times, that 50 times, but it is what I believe I have heard most. So this is going to be a fun video, a little bit entertaining. I hope that it can also be informative for you. And if you have heard those lies before yourself, leave a comment down below. Also, let me know what kind of comments have you heard that turned out to be total lies that I haven't touched on. I think there's so many more out there. I could have created another video with this, but I thought the top 10 lies sounds better than the top 18 lies. Let's start. Number 10. There are no monthly fees or quotas, and you will not be penalized. That is something I have heard a lot. When you join a multi-level marketing company, you join a very sketchy business, in my opinion, or a business opportunity rather, and people will have to try and assure you that what you've joined now is totally legitimate and you will not be caught up in anything. And that is why the lie I hear a lot is you don't have to fulfill any requirements or quota to take pressure away from the potential recruit, I believe. But that is not true. When you sign up with an MLM, you have to purchase a starter pack, and there might very well be certain monthly fees, administrative fees, so that you can use a personalized link, that you can use your back end or an app connected to your business. Those are things that you very well have to pay for. Let's say you do not have those requirements, or you have a half annual fee or an annual fee. What MLM hunts mean pretty much is this is super easy. You do not have to spend any money on anything if you don't want to. And that's a bold lie. Why? Because for most compensation plans, if you want to rank up just once, if you want to hit just the next level, if you want to hit just the next rank, you have to recruit people. You have to fulfill certain personal volume requirements, certain group volume requirements, meaning you have to recruit a certain amount of people who in return also have to purchase or have to sell a good amount of product. That's what I would call quotas and fees. So the fact that people will still, to this very day, try to advertise their MLM business as no quotas or fees is wrong. Joining an MLM is pricey, and no matter how you word it, you will have to spend a lot of time and money to fulfill certain requirements, or you will not make money in return, and you will not be able to hit the higher ranks. Number 9. Our products are luxury products that pretty much sell themselves. People will flock to you to get their hands on them. That is wrong. MLM products are not a luxury product. They're overpriced because they have to finance the MLM business. MLM stands for multi-level marketing companies, and the product, if you are able to sell one, has to feed multiple levels within the system. You sell a product, you might get a certain commission. So does your upline. So does your upline's upline, and so on and so forth. There is no proof out there from independent parties that MLM products are luxury products. They're just overpriced. And it is also not true that the products sell themselves. You still have to sell them. People will not approach you because you wear this really cute outfit, or because your hair is so beautiful, or because your skin looks so glowy, and will want to know what products you used. That is a myth. You trying to sell a product means you have to purchase them. You have to showcase them on your social media. You have to advertise them to people in person, and that is hard. You will have to be a salesperson, and you will have to be successful at that if you want to make some money. You will have to overcome objections about the business model. Most people at this day and age, I believe, are very critical of multi-level marketing companies. There's a certain stigma attached to that, and most people also don't want to purchase overpriced products. So that is another lie. Number 8. You can make quick money and also earn residual income if you join. You know, like passive income. That is false. Quick money in an MLM is a myth. It is so hard to sell a product. You might be able to get paid multiple times in a month, but if you're not able to sell products and if you're not able to recruit people, it doesn't matter how many times you will get paid. Quick money means you're able to sell a product and you will get the commission on one day that week, or the next week, or the week after. But like I said before, the products are not luxurious and people will not flock to you to purchase them. You will have to sell them and you will have to put a lot of hard work into this. So quick money is not a thing in multi-level marketing companies. The way they will approach selling out commission might be quicker than in other jobs where you get paid bi-weekly or monthly. There is no guaranteed income in an MLM. If you're not able to sell, you will not make quick money. And it is also a myth that if you join MLMs, you will get residual income or passive income. Passive income, in my opinion, means you put in the work first at some point in your life, and then you will be able to profit off of that as you go along, and you don't have to put any work into this or very little. And that couldn't be further from the truth in multi-level marketing companies. Residual income, passive income in MLM terms means build a downline and profit off of the work of the people in your downline. But I've stated it before and I will say it again. It is so hard to recruit just one person and to keep that person on your team and in your downline. So it is highly unlikely that you will be able to build a big enough team so that you can profit off of that and actually make money off of the efforts of the people in your downline, that it will give you residual or passive income. Because you will have to consistently post on your social media, you will have to be consistently on Zoom calls, on team calls, on opportunity calls, because you need to consistently recruit people and replenish the people on your team that fall off. That is not passive income. Even the very few top leaders, the less than 1% across all MLMs, that were able to build a big enough downline to profit off of them and to make a lot of money, they don't have passive income as well. When times are rough, when people are leaving the company, you will still make more money than your downline, but you still have to be on your social media offering the opportunity. You still have to be active in the company. You still have to be on team calls, and that is not passive income. Number 7, join me and you will become an influencer and you can monetize your scroll. You don't need a lot of followers to do that. I will teach you everything you need to know. You are not an influencer when you join an MLM. I'm so sick of this narrative because it is so misleading. If you join a multi-level marketing company, you're an independently contracted salesperson, not an influencer. Just because you get a personalized link and your name is somehow attached to your own back end doesn't mean that you do affiliated marketing the way influencers do. You're connected to this one company and you have to sell their products and the business opportunity. You're not an influencer. You have to grow your social media and you have to post your social media because that is one of the most effective ways of making money in MLMs. In addition to that, you will also have to approach people in person, but you have such a larger reach when you are on social media. That doesn't make you an influencer. And it does matter if you have 5 followers on Instagram, 50, 500, 5,000, or 5 million. If you join an MLM and you have to post on your social media to attract people, you better have a certain social media following where people want to listen to what you have to say, or people might be attracted to what you have to offer. So if you don't have any followers, you will very likely not make money. You're not an influencer, and yes, having followers when you join an MLM is beneficial. Just another lie. Don't fall for that. Number 6, you can do this in the pockets of time that fit you and your schedule. That is another bold-faced lie. In theory, that might be true because you're independently contracted. But if you're not on your social media or you're not talking to people pretty much around the clock about the products you need to sell or the business opportunity you need to sell, you will very likely not see a positive outcome. You can reach out to people 24/7 and not see any outcome whatsoever. Nobody wants to join you. Nobody wants to buy your products. That is not on you. You have to depend on other people wanting to join you and wanting to purchase from you. But if you don't put yourself out there, you will very likely not make money. People will not just flock to your social media because they think that what you have to offer is so amazing. The more you put yourself out there, the better. But this is just a catchphrase. You can do this in the pockets of your time for people in multi-level marketing companies to once again make this sound so much easier than this is. You have a job? Well, you can work around this. You can do this in the morning before you go to your job. You can do this on your toilet break. Yes, I've seen reps say that. They're doing that while they're pooping. That's sexy. You can do this during your lunch break or after work or after school. Maybe stop watching TV, doing fun stuff at all, and allow those pockets of time for your business as well. That is just a synonym for saying you can do this whenever you want to, but in reality, you have to work around the clock if you want to be successful. Pockets of time are not a thing in MLMs. When you join my team, you will get free trips and a company car that's totally free. That is a lie, and it is annoying that that myth is still out there. The trips are not free, and the car is also not free. It's also not a company car. You have to work and achieve certain goals if you want to go on those trips. You have to recruit a certain amount of people within a certain amount of time, sell or purchase a certain amount of product, hit a certain rank, keep a certain rank, and then you might be eligible for those trips. They're not free. You have to work for them. The trips might be covered, maybe everything, maybe not, but you always have to pay taxes on the value of that trip. So they're never free for you, because you're an independently contracted salesperson, and when tax season comes around, yeah, you better have that on your notepad. You also don't get a free car or a company car. The cars are always in your name. If an MLM has a car program, you might be eligible for said program if you, once again, hit a certain rank, keep a certain rank. You can only do that if you have a certain amount of people on your team who sell or purchase a certain amount of product. And then the company may or may not give you a certain amount of money towards the down payment of a car that you have to purchase or lease in your name. And they may or may not give you a monthly bonus that may or may not cover the cost of the car. Insurance, the gas, the upkeep. It's not free. That is lies. I've heard that specifically 2 years ago, but even today, those lies still pop up. Number 4, my MLM is not a scam. I get paid. That doesn't prove anything. Scams have to work for some people. You getting paid in your MLM means that the scam is working for you. And if you want to be really honest here, it means that you're part of the scammy system. You're one of the scammers, whether you like it or you don't. Just because something works for some people doesn't mean it's not a scam. MLMs will promise you something, and the outcome, most of the time, over 99% of the time, is different than what you were promised. That is a scam in my definition. Number 3, we are not a pyramid scheme. We have products. News alert, news alert. Pyramid schemes can be product-based. It is not the final defining factor if you have a product or not. If a company doesn't have products and there's exclusively an exchange of money, that is called a pyramid scheme without product. And yes, those are illegal as well. But pyramid schemes can also exist with products. If you take a look at the payment, if you get paid better when you recruit someone than when you sell a product, that can be a defining factor of a pyramid scheme, even when they have products. Most MLMs will encourage recruitment. You get compensated better if you recruit someone than you selling a product and receiving a small commission. In my opinion, most MLMs out there that have products are pyramid schemes. They haven't been legally closed down yet because it is a difficult process. You have to have a foolproof case, otherwise you probably won't tear them to court, and that is difficult to do. That doesn't mean that the MLM you're in is not a pyramid scheme just because it has products. Number 2, I love this business so much because I can share the light, and because I can uplift people, and because I can change people's lives. This is more than just a job. This is more than just money. I'm saving people and I'm changing the world. Something like this, you might have heard that before. People in multi-level marketing companies, I believe, have to tell themselves that they're doing something positive for others. When the majority of people in MLMs are losing money, that is kind of what I believe is happening. Because otherwise, you would probably realize that you're caught up in a really, really sketchy system. And if the system works for you, that you're scamming other people, that you're involved in that. And that is not something that people probably want to see or own up to. But just to be clear, yes, you might be changing people's lives, but not necessarily for the better. When over 99% of people in MLMs lose money, you're very likely going to change their lives for the worse. And the people that are being targeted by multi-level marketing reps are not necessarily the ones who are happy in their life and who are stable financially. It is those that don't have a lot already. That is why this is so infuriating, and that is why I also am on social media doing these videos. You're targeting people who are in need of something, and you will very, very likely leave them in a worse situation they were before. If you were looking for financial stability, for a side income, and then you realize, no, I'm losing money, you will be left in debt. And that is very, very sad to see. You're not sharing the light. I've said it before. You are not uplifting women. I've also said that before. And you're not changing people's lives to the better. You're not changing the world. You're not in a charitable organization. You're a salesperson. But you need to tell yourself that you're uplifting other people, because otherwise you would have to recognize that you are caught in a really shitty and scammy business opportunity where only very, very few people profit of that. And number one, the lie I've heard the most: this is your own business. You will be the CEO of your own small business. You are an entrepreneur when you join my team. No, you're not. You will not be the CEO of anything. You will not be an entrepreneur, and you will not lead your own business. When you join an MLM, you join an already existing system as an independently contracted salesperson, and you're there to shill somebody else's products and somebody else's business opportunity, and you will very likely not get paid to do so unless you're able to sell the product or to recruit someone. You are hooking onto something that is already existing, to an MLM concept, and to a company that is already existing. You're not building anything of your own. You might have more freedom in theory than you have in a regular 9-to-5 job, because you should be able to set your own hours in theory, because you should be able to make decisions how you want to promote what you have to promote, once again, in theory. But that doesn't mean that you're a business owner and you're not an entrepreneur. Like I've said before, I do believe this is something we hear so much, because it makes this business opportunity sound so much better than it actually is. If you told somebody out front, you're an independently contracted salesperson, it's probably not as attractive as saying you're owning your own business. You're in charge of things. You're an entrepreneur. No, you're not. You're not creating anything of your own. You're not starting your own company. Unless you are in an MLM and you have an actual job where you run the show, where you run your own company, you're not an entrepreneur and you're not a business owner. This is just a pile of fluff to make a bad business opportunity sound much more interesting. What did you think? Would you have added something else to the list of lies? I think I could do another video, a part 2, if you would be interested in this, because there are so many lies out there, but these are the ones that I have heard most often. If you have to pull out a bunch of lies to make a business opportunity sound so much better than it actually is, that's a red flag in my opinion, and you might want to consider why you're doing that. Lying to allow people into your business opportunity or selling a product is a bad idea, because you're setting yourself and other people up for failure. If you were honest in an MLM, though, the system wouldn't work. That is why we hear those lies so many times. If somebody approaches you with some of these lies in the future, hopefully this was also helpful and you have a little alert going up there like, nope, there's something weird happening. Maybe, what did the weird lady say on that video? Maybe I should be careful. I hope this was helpful. I really do. Or at least entertaining. And if you like these types of videos, please consider subscribing, leaving me a comment, leaving me a like. And if you're interested in part 2 of this video, also let me know. I'm sure I will come up with another 10 reasons why people lie to you when they're in an MLM and what those lies are. If you like this video, hopefully I will see you in my next one very, very soon. And until then, cheers!